I can see Carol. Uh, Carol is down. I don't know how to pronounce it also, so I just stick with anyone choose.
Nah, please would be better.
Yeah,
They're not working since a few weeks.
Hi.
The Yeah, now microphone is working as well. um, I don't think this emulator thing is working at all. So but yeah, at least I can answer the question. So for those who can see it in the screen, so basically there's this blue tick functionality, so I should be having it, but well, because I changed my photo, that took it away, and it takes 3 days, as they say, to get it back. But if you go on PC, in some countries, if you go in your settings, and then there's a in Chrome, and then there's Twitter blue thing, and you just click it, and yeah, I think you apply for the account from Chrome, and I think it costs around £9 per month. So I'm not sure it's really worth it for people who don't. One second, I need to turn down heating, otherwise I don't have that much money to afford heating these days. One second. So yeah, let's turn it off. So yeah, so basically you can go to this Twitter preferences in some countries, for example UK, from your computer, and you can apply for Twitter Blue, and that's it. And I'm not sure if it's worth it or not, but for those who are in the stream, which is and there's a link to the stream in comments, today's space is about, what was it, open source, how and why to contribute. Anybody wants to like open the floor? Yes, to be honest, it will be an open floor. It's not about me, it's about you, community. The idea is that we'll find answers together, and not like one super smart person. It's like the wisdom of a diverse crowd is more than the wisdom of one individual. I mean, it's been scientifically proven. And as long as crowd is truly diverse, crowd is smarter than one person. There will be exceptions, but not many. And I cannot pretend that I am the exception. So yeah. So tell me, who wants to open the floor? So Ibu Konoloa, tell me, why are you here today? Like, what brought you here on Sunday morning? Come on.
I didn't get to your break here.
Yes. So, what is the reason of you coming here today? It's Sunday morning, and you're spending your valuable time to come to the space. So, what's the reason?
Oh yeah. The reason is the clickbait topic, which is how to open source and how and why you should contribute in the open source environment, which I have been doing, and I'm currently, as I'm talking to you right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on an open source project now.
Which one?
And someone contacted me on Instagram. He had issue with his Android iOS call notification. I wanted it to get fixed, and I'm looking into the SDK board for Android and iOS, trying to fix the call bug, because when your iTunes is ringing, just iTunes, when someone calls you on your iPhone and your tune is ringing, they have this issue, this bug there. So I'm trying to fix the bug. I think I've been working on it since last night. It's quite difficult to find the main error. So that's what I'm working on right now. And on the 10th, I submitted a Flutter. I worked on a Flutter package also for credit card validation. It validates all the top 11 credit cards used majorly in the Western United States, Canada, Mexico, and couple of some that work in Russia. I don't know why I choose Russia, but I did the validation for Russia also. And some projects, I love projects. Just going around.
Yes, I'm just watching your. Oh, okay, so there's your. Oh, you also created something called Flutter G. What's that?
Oh yeah, it's Flutter me. It's if you click on the site, just go to our website. It's more of like we have not started working basically deep. So what we do there is like we create Flutter packages that people like things that people actually need but it's not available. So for complicated plugins, and also we teach at development with cross-platform development with Flutter, and I think we soon after this project, I think it's open source also. We're working on releasing. I'm working on releasing for React Native, for React also, and for Angular. I'm just going for the UI front end frameworks and trying to teach. Because I noticed that a lot of resources out there, but the resources are not. For you to get a good resource, you have to like pay for it. So, but it's open source. Everybody here can contribute, and it's gonna be like a good resource that is free. So that's another something I thought of. So I'm starting with Flutter before moving to React.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Let me actually
And it's
try
gonna
to.
be like a good resource that is free.
Yeah, I joined the space from my Chrome, but I'm not sure if.
So I'm starting with Flutter before moving to React.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now I think it will be able to record sounds from desktop as well, which means I can go on my
Chrome, but I'm not
beautiful
sure if
headphones.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And,
now I think it
and
will be able to
now I can finally
record sounds from
start copy pasting
desktop
stuff,
as well,
because for
means I can
example
go on
from
my beautiful
stuff from ebook Kunolova,
and
I would be
and
it would be
now
really
I
cool
can
to
finally start copy pasting
write
stuff,
about it
because for example
in
from
the space if it
stuff
was
from
fully working
ebook
on
Kunolova,
Blast Twitter. So it's not.
it would be
So what
really
I will
cool
do,
to,
I have this software called, which I actually recommend to everybody.
about
There's a
it.
software called Hype
in
Fury.
the space.
Really cool.
It was fully
I'm
working
not sure they
on
have
Blast
free package.
Twitter,
I'm paying for one. I
it's
think
not.
they have a
So
free
what
one,
I will do, I
but
have
I'll
this
show how it
software
works.
which I actually
So
recommend
basically,
to
it
everybody.
allows you
There's
to
software
queue
called
messages,
Hype Fury.
and it allows you
really
to have
cool. I'm not sure they
have a
free
calendar for it.
package. I'm paying
So
for one.
that's my
they have
calendar.
a
You can
free
mess
one,
it up.
but
So
I'll show
like
how it
last week I
how it
was in
works.
depression,
basically
so
it
it
allows
was
you
my
to
messages which I
and it allows you to have
which I was
to have a calendar for it.
setting up in advance.
So that's my
So
calendar.
I can just
mess
write
it up. So like last week I was in depression,
help
so it was my messages
to
which
run the space. I'm just typing the message to
which I
thank
was
our friend
setting
Ibu
up in
Kunolova,
advance.
and
So I can
I'm
just
also adding it.
help to around the
Friends,
space. I'm just typing the message to thank
this
our friend
project
Ibu Kunolova.
looks
And
empty.
I'm also
And I'll just also, of course, share a link to your
friends
to your two projects. Actually,
project
to the projects and
and I'll just also of course share
your
link
GitHub
to
repo.
your
And I'm going to, if that's okay, I'm going to open your GitHub
your
repo
projects.
just now, if that's okay.
actually
with you.
to the projects
Ibu Kunolova.
and to
Okay, and actually I will post it right
and,
now, so I'm not going
if
to
that's
like,
okay, I'm going to open your GitHub repo.
I'm not
just
going to
now.
wait.
That's okay with you?
Okay, I need some open source tags, open source.
And actually I will post it right now, so I'm not going to like.
And let me see if my headphones are working now.
I'm not going to wait.
Yeah, I think my headphones are working.
Okay, I need
Can
some.
somebody say
I
something?
need some open source tags. Open source.
Yeah, thank you. It works. So yeah, I've just posted. So because the comments don't work from this machine, the copy paste doesn't work.
Can somebody say something?
Oh, it says we can hear your voice twice. Yeah,
I've just posted.
Let me think why does
because the comments don't work from
I'm
this
speaking
machine.
in
The copy
space.
paste
Okay,
doesn't work.
I see. If I
Oh, it says we can hear your voice twice. Yeah, I have. Let me think. Why does it happen? I'm
Oh,
speaking in this
I
page.
actually hear your
Okay, I
voice
see.
once. I don't know who's hearing your voice
if
twice.
One second. Is it better now? Regarding my voice twice?
Oh, I actually hear your voice once. I don't know who's hearing your voice twice.
But not, yeah, if maybe people who were listening for YouTube, because I had multiple inputs, and yeah. Oh, we have Eddie. We have Eddie. Okay, so now I don't need to say a word more. I can. Oh no, Eddie is not in the Twitter space. He's hiding in the shadows of YouTube. I mean the famous the Eddie Jawad. Hi Eddie, how are you? So yeah, I hope. Well, I yeah, basically I turned off my mic. This one. Do I need it now? Oh, no, I don't. So yeah, I still need to get. I need to get rid of this stand. It's not useful anymore. So anyway, so we have, as you can see in the screen on my in my screen, uh, we have a creator of Flutter New York, and also Ibukunolua created has a wow. That's what I call the GitHub. That's what Eddie should review. Because Eddie has a special session on Sundays when I think it's on Sundays, Aegis, isn't it? Yeah, Aegis, you're hiding because you are not in the Twitter space, so like people cannot talk to you. That's why you're hiding. And by the way, friends, Eddie has a space today, so I suggest you come. Ibu, you too. So yeah, if I GitHub, or maybe if I go, so you used it to, so you used as a GitHub as your web page, but if you go to your GitHub profile, we should be able to see which projects you are working on. So you have, definitely a follow, like from here. Yeah, Twitter Space on YouTube. Who could say it's even legal, right? So friends, there's a Twitter Space. So I will just put I will just put Ibukunolua's GitHub as well, so it's easier to find. So basically, I'm just tweeting it. So as from my profile, because Twitter doesn't allow me to tweet in the space for some reason at the moment. I will just tweet and tweet and tweet, and so yeah, there's the space. So you can see that Ibukunolua has wow, he has quite a portfolio, like quite a portfolio. His Flutter one is but it's very lively, a ton of languages, and he also does obviously his web page and credit card and notification and camera. But these projects, there's one thing there. Well, one of them has. Well,
Oh
this
yeah.
is a Flutter one. Flutter has
Okay.
24,000. So
It's a huge
I
project,
mean,
but
it's
we
fork from
had
a
some
Flutter,
couple
but
like
everything
recently, day
else.
before
So
yesterday, I had to
tell
solve
me,
an
Ibu,
issue.
why did
Oh
you
my god, I
decide to
just made
contribute to Flutter
a
itself?
post just right now as we're
This
talking. I made
looks,
another pull
this is
request.
a huge
So
project.
the issue with the Flutter is that
It's a
we
huge
have
project, but
Flutter's
we
one has
had some
an
like
issue.
recently, day before
So then
yesterday, I
it's
had to solve
easy.
an
Every
issue.
day we have new
Oh my
issues
god, I
coming in.
just made
So what I do is
a
that
post just right
most
now
of
as
these
we're talking. I made
issues are not
another pull
heavy.
request.
So the
So
heavy
the
issues
issue
are let it
with the
to be
Flutter is
handled
that
by like the
we
Google
have
team.
Flutter's
Now
one
for the Flutter
an issue.
section in the Google
So
team.
then it's
So for light
easy.
issues
Every
like
day we have
how
new issues coming in.
like
So what I do is
couple
that
of lines
most
of
of these
code, like
issues are
let's say
not
100 lines
heavy.
of code,
So the heavy
200 lines
issues are
of
let
code,
it to be
and I
handled
could
by like
solve. I
the
just go
Google
in there,
team. Now
solve it,
for the Flutter section in
and
the
post
Google
it,
team.
post
So
it
for light
and
issues like
merge it. So
how
some people
like
also ask.
couple of
I don't
lines
want
of
to say
code, like
crazy questions,
let's say
but
100
the
lines of
questions
code,
the issue
200 lines
has
of
been
code,
resolved,
and I
and
could
they keep
solve.
on
I
asking
just
it
go in
again.
there
So we
and
have
solve it.
to I have to stay there and refer them back to the submission we did in the past. And also, yeah, for example, like last 2 days, I had this guy brought a very, very sensitive, it's a light issue, but actually very sensitive. So Flutter icons, the icons we use in Android and iOS, basically Android mainly, are from Google icons. Now, Google icons, I only have one video icon, while in our SDK for the Android and the iOS, it displayed two icons. And these two icons are similar at the same, like it's same one icon. So it's referring to one icon as two different icons within the SDK, which will cause an issue and complication. For example, the original icon we support, supported in the past, was depreciated. So that will cause an app to crash for no reason. Imagine something as an icon, very, very light, it will make the app to crash for no reason. And something like that, I had to like quickly edit it. I had to like, when I saw it, I had to like quickly remove the second call, because I don't know who wrote that code. I don't know how that code got merged at first. It was super surprising. But it was something that I had to like resolve quickly and close the issue. So that's one of the reasons. But like I started support. I don't know how that code got merged at first. It was super surprising. But it was something that I had to like resolve quickly and close the issue. So that's one of the reasons.
So,
But like I started.
so now I will transform it into something which is which is not that humble, because what I see over and over again, that performers are humble people. So Ibo Kunaluwa is working with Google developers on Flutter, and the community is solving half of the problems. And sometimes they give Google developers a chance to fix something as well. So
He said that.
you didn't say. I said it. I mean, I'm not part of Flutter. They cannot kick me out. So yeah. So that's one of the like. So you can see how Ibo Konaloa contributes. He forked it. He works on pull requests. He answers people their questions time and time again, which is kind of maintenance, and not exactly maintenance. It's more like education. And also he works on with friends. He works on features,
Yeah, that's
which
another
is
thing.
great.
I think
Uh,
why I stayed in open
and
source is not to
I
just
guess you
help
made a
like
friend or
teach,
two in
because I
Google, or
like
at least you
educating
met some people who
or
work on the same
solving
project,
issues. But the
Flutter.
people I
You met
met, a lot
community,
of
didn't
them
you?
helped me on the way. Sometimes I see people writing codes or solving an issue or debugging something, and I just open my mouth and be wondering, how did they do that? How? So, and that like keeps me moving. And they're very supportive. Like you meet a lot of people that will even give you like contract jobs. Yeah, money. Let's talk money. And I just open my mouth and be wondering, how did they do that? How? So, and that like keeps me moving. And they're very supportive. Like you meet a lot of people that will even give you like contract jobs. Yeah, money. Let's talk money.
Hello, Nikita. If you are speaking, you need to turn on your mic.
I think.
Hello, Nikita. If you are speaking, you need to turn on your mic.
Yeah, of course.
I think.
It was because of the sound reverberation or something, so I turned it off. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Majority like the
this Flutter
majority is
thing
UI,
has
but you can
5,000
use it
issues
for like
to fix.
backend
I don't know much
APIs
about Flutter. I
sometimes.
think it's some kind of
But it's UI
UI,
majorly.
isn't it? Ebook Konoloa. I think it's a UI to
Yeah,
build
it's
apps fast.
yeah, it's majority like the majority is UI, but you can use it for like backend APIs sometimes. But it's UI majorly.
Yeah, and so Ibu Kunoloa found a way to contribute, and he also made quite some friends and makes pull requests. And as you said, there's money. So that's one of the reasons. So if your contribution, if you are trying to find a job in the current market, if you go to, as I said in previous spaces, and I'll say it over and over again, get yourself a LinkedIn Premium for 2 weeks, go to your local market and check how many applications are per job, especially per entry-level jobs. I've seen junior front-end developers, not even junior, just front-end developers in New Delhi with over 1,000 applications, and in 2 weeks' time, and that's just on LinkedIn. So we can assume it's like 1,500 or 2,000, and that's a very hard way to get a job. So instead, I'm suggesting keep doing that, but not too often, not too much. But for example, if the job in your market, let's say we go LinkedIn, 1 second, I'll do it on my screen. So LinkedIn, we go to the job section, we go to the New Delhi, Flutter, New Delhi. I'm just using Delhi as an example. So there's a okay, there's Turing hiring in there's Turing hiring. There was hiring. There's already 45, but that's 1 month ago. If we go for remote in New Delhi, then we can just trying to find somebody some job. So for example, this Golang from 66 degrees, there's 200 applicants just in 1 week, right? And so we can assume, we can multiply it by 2 because there will be other systems they applied through. And okay. And one of the ways to not exactly beat the competition, but actually to get the jobs is to, well, beat the competition as well, is to be a contributor to Flutter. So if, yeah, and there might be 200 applicants, but only 1 or 2 of them will care. Oh, this one is Flutter engineer, $40,000 remotely in India. Well, I assume $40,000 is not that bad for a Flutter engineer without saying like stuff or anything. I will even share I will even tweet about it, if that's okay. I will tweet about it on my on my post, so you can check. I'm retweeting right now. Flutter, Flutter. Okay, I will do it this way. Flutter job example in New Delhi. So okay, question. So because basically we got like main reason for me to tell people to contribute these days is that 2 reasons. One reason, you grow crazy fast. Like I'm autistical, right? So for me, nothing can make me study. I don't like studying for nothing. Like if there's no outcome. And but open source there is outcome. I can see I'm doing stuff which is needed. And there's one requested. Approve MK Latif. You can speak. If somebody wants to speak, just raise a hand or obviously first ask for mic and you can speak.
Fine. And you?
So anybody has any ideas or questions?
So I have a question. My question is that I think I'm a Node.js developer, that's a backend developer,
Hello. Hi.
and
How are you
I
doing?
know about open source, but it's really difficult for me to find a project to contribute to. So I don't know how I can go about that.
I'm a Node.js developer, that's a backend developer, and I know about
Okay.
open source, but it's really difficult for me to find a project to contribute to. So I don't know
Okay,
how I
you
can
can
go
just
about that.
MK Latif
Well,
or MK.
because
Yes.
yes, okay, I see Carol will be next, and then Ibu Konolua will be the another one. So how can I call you friend? What's your name?
Okay. So just from what you said, like
MK
it's an
Latif.
easy way for you to
Okay,
like build
Latif.
yourself and have a lot of
So tell
experience,
me, let's start it from the other
right?
end. Why do
Just
you want to
just to
contribute to
gain a
open
lot of
source?
experience and like I just
just
I
from
would
what
love
you
to
said,
like
like
be
it's
part of
an easy way for
something
you to like
to help
build
people do
yourself
something,
and have a lot of
Mhm.
experience, right?
Okay,
So just to gain a lot of experience and like I would love to like be part of something to help people do something.
okay, this is good. Now let's drill. Let's ask more questions. So you became part of community, and what happened? What will change when in the world? What will change for your family when you're part of
So
the community? Basically,
based
I'm
on
looking
because of
like, do you
where
want
I
just
was
to have
born
fun
and
because
raised up,
then we go NASA projects
so
way,
I think I changed
or
my
you want
location,
to
went
like get a
somewhere
job
else. That's
or
when
get better
I
at your
was
job? Then we
introduced
go slightly
into
different way. So
anything
what's your
dev tech
priority?
stuff like that.
So
So I think my
based on
community are
because of
really
where
lagging.
I
They are
was
really left
born and
behind
raised
when
up,
it comes to anything about tech.
so I think I changed
And
my
even though
location, went
by now I
somewhere
try
else. That's when
introducing some
I
of my
was
friends to it,
introduced
but a
into
lot of them was
anything
like,
dev tech
no,
stuff like
yeah, I
that.
know they can't waste their
So
time
I
on
think
other
my
stuff like
community
that.
are really
So
lagging.
at
They are
least
really
I want
left
to, even
behind
though
when
if
it
I
comes
can
to
like
anything
contribute,
about
do
tech.
something like,
I should make
and even
something out
though
of
if
by now. I
to
try
show it
introducing
out to
some of
them
my
that
friends to
this is
it,
what
but
I
a
can
lot of
achieve,
them
this
was
is what
like,
I can do.
no,
From what
yeah, I
I'm
know
doing,
they
so
can't waste their
I
time
think
on
that
other
is
stuff
going to
like that.
help them. Like it's going to
So
be
at
like
least I
Mhm.
it's
want
going
to,
to like
even though if
attract
I
them
can like
toward me.
contribute, do something like I
That's
should
the
make
point I
something
get
out
for
of
the
it
meantime. To show it out to them that this is what I can achieve, this is what I can do from what
Hmm.
I'm doing.
Okay.
So yeah,
I
I'm
think that
ready
is
to.
going to help
I'm
them. Like
not
it's going to be
employed, but
like
I'm
it's
ready
going
to
to
like
like attract
get a
them
job.
toward me. That's the
Yeah,
point I get.
I'm in
that makes sense.
Nigeria,
May
Abuja right
I ask
now.
if you're employed at the moment or if you're looking for a job?
Yeah, I'm ready to. I'm not employed, but I'm ready to like
Okay.
get a job for now.
What is your location?
I'm in Nigeria, Abuja right now.
Beautiful. Nigeria. So what I would suggest that let's inspire people with one thing. Let's inspire people with showing them how to get a backend job via open source. I think that will be an inspiration enough. A remote backend job in interesting project. So I'm streaming right now on YouTube. Oh, let me actually check the comments as well. I will make we have Arindam there, so I will make add him as moderator in the chat. That's what happens when you're active. If I put Nigeria and backend developer, then let's see which jobs are. So this senior backend developer Java, for example, for the it's just an example. So if I was going for, let's say, Java, Nigeria, and remote, oh my God, this is now we're talking. Gradle build tool is hiring there, and this is big. Do you do Java or GVM languages?
What do you say?
Latif, do you
Not
do
just
GVM languages or something like
a
this?
little bit. I just learned
Which backend
Golang
do you do?
for a meanwhile, but I have not been doing anything
What
with
do
it.
you say?
Which backend are you working on? Which language?
Not just and a little
Okay.
bit. I just learned Golang for a meanwhile, but I have
Okay.
not been doing anything with it.
Golang is good enough, so we can do that. Golang is beautiful. Um, what we'll do, I'll just show how it's done, like the idea. But if you go to, so basically in LinkedIn, go to jobs, put Nigeria, put full remote, and type Golang. So senior applications integration developer. I guess that's good enough. So now I'll just copy link. Uh, now, now let's see what they say. Let's see what they want from people. So a lot of water, so which doesn't help us. Things like you need to be able to work with Postgres and GitHub Actions. That's better now because GitHub Actions we have Eddie in the space. He did he did a lot of on GitHub Actions, so you can learn from him. Experience and knowledge with Docker and Kubernetes. And now here we go. So now I can tweet it because that's for you, friend. I can now we have a project for you to work on. So why? You'll see. Just give me a moment to retweet, all right?
Okay, let's see.
So that will be for
So let's see.
a job for MG. What was it? MG underscore? 1 second, I'll check
MK,
the
let's see.
phone. MK Latif, MK,
So let's
MK
see.
Latif. So, good. So the thing with this job, why it's beautiful, I would suggest you do the same thing, full remote, Golang, Nigeria. Yeah, do it for 2 more like really cool quality jobs, okay? And find on Golang and find what repeats between them. I will assume that what repeats is Docker and Kubernetes, all right? And
I have
now,
not
now,
really
now
worked with
you are the
it
king
as well.
because Docker is open source, okay? And what you can start with, how good is your Docker?
I have not really worked with it as well.
Same as me. So I want one thing to happen. I want when people think of Nigeria and Docker, I want them to think your name, or at least your city and Docker, okay? So basically, what I want to happen when you're applying to this position on LinkedIn, this senior application integrations developer in Golang, it's a good position. I want there to be a line that you are a contributor or a maintainer to Docker itself. How many people do you know personally who contribute to Docker or maintain it? I don't know many. So when applying to this job, you'll be one of a very few, just a handful of people who actually did contribute to it. So there's a lot of job to be done. There's a Shaik, that's another question on remote internships, but
All right, no
Carol
problem.
will go next, and the internships will I will actually add it as a topic for the next session, but we'll go today as well. So Latif, so can I give you a task?
All right, no problem.
So find my tweet about the job for you, analyze this job, check which open source technologies it's using, and then pick one which is like used a lot, like Docker or Kubernetes. I suggest Docker to start with because to do Kubernetes you need to know some Docker, and then write a tweet about it. Write what this Docker thing does, for example, Docker, and let's start growing from there. Let's and then try to find which help do they need in the project. For example, their docs looks to be very volatile, and I had people complaining about docs all the time in all the open source projects. So, and they might have maintenance. They have 29 people, so there must be a community. So, number one, write about it. Number two, approach the community. Find a way to approach the community of Docker and ask them how can you
All
help.
right, thank you very
Okay,
much.
and if you do it, you'll be one in the maybe 20 people in the whole Nigeria who did it. You'll be in a very good company.
Hello,
Does it help?
hello, Nikita. So my question
Yes,
is,
thank you very much.
I'm a
Welcome. Just keep in
self-taught
touch and share with
developer,
community. And
and
now,
I'm looking
Carol, it's all
to
yours.
contribute to open source
Thank you for
because
being
I want to
patient.
learn the flow of work. I'm not hired yet as a developer. I'm learning and I'm doing some of the software development stuff at my work. However, I'm not hired on the software developer position. So I'm looking to go into the open source space in order to learn the flow of creating and maintaining the project, and of course to build my network and have something to show to possible future employers. So what advice would you give to me in regards to in what projects I should try to contribute? Because I did already start and I've contributed to some projects, and that was actually really simple styling issues that I was working on, and Personally, I don't think that something like that is really valuable. But what do you think? And that was actually really simple styling issues that I was working on. And personally, I don't think that something like that is really valuable. But what do you think?
I think it's extremely valuable in terms of getting you moving. You cannot start just contributing. And even more, if you bring a heavy contribution straight away, people will not accept it. Very high chance, because they don't know you and they don't have time to check if your code is high quality or not. But my suggestion will be to focus, because just get a job is not a focus. There are so many jobs, and so do you want to like progress, because there are 200 millions projects, over 200 millions on GitHub, and there's so many technologies, and even if it's one technology, then we'll have questions like, even if we choose Java, then which part of
there is
Java
a
do we
software
want for
development
you to
team.
grow on?
However, they're
Is it
working on
possible for you
some.
to progress at your job?
I don't want to
Is
join
there
them,
a need
to
at
be
your
honest.
job for developers, or
They're working on
somebody
some
like IT people?
backlog of tasks
Or
that they have.
There is a software development team.
I'm coming more from the processes automation area, and I'm using
cool guys.
code to automate some processes and improve some processes.
Backlog of tasks that they have.
Yeah, so
I'm coming more from the
processes automation area, and I'm using
I'm in UK
code
in
to automate some
Maidstone, I don't
processes
know.
and improve some processes.
Which is called DevOps.
Yeah, it's around 50 miles
So
from
you're
London.
doing DevOps. You're automating stuff. What is your location?
I'm in UK in Maidstone.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how far is it from London?
It's around 50 miles from London.
Oh, that's not far. There's the reason I'm saying there's an open source conference happening on the 7th and 8th of February. It's on my screen. I've tweeted about it as well, and I will tweet now. We need volunteers, and it's a volunteer organization. So if your organization provides volunteering days, then you can join. Or if you want to do it in your vacation, but I'm not suggesting it. I will do it just now in my Twitter. It's just like, it will be a very good place to learn about open sources to come. This is the biggest open source event in UK. And using your location, it's not something you should be like, well, it's good to use such things. I will just add your name for because I'm doing it on Twitter right now. So that's Carol Song In. Carol Song In. For and friends and other friends. Open UK. I think it's called Open UK. Needs volunteers for 7-8 February. I'll be there. Event. So it actually costs money, but as a volunteer, it doesn't. And I will do this thing here. So if you'll be able to come, that will be nice. So now the thing is that you're blessed to be in UK, because the amount of positions is so much bigger. So what I would do if I were you, so you like automations. So would you like to be working as a DevOps guy? At least to start with.
Can you repeat this?
Would you develop operations? So it's DevOps is the person who runs the boxes,
automations,
runs automation.
machine learning,
Or do you want to be a
full
developer?
stack,
Which
and
kind?
computer
Let's
vision.
say 5 years
But
from
I don't
now,
think you can
ideal
achieve
job
that in 5
IT,
years.
what will it be for you?
My ideal job will be exactly with automations, machine learning, full stack, and computer vision. But I don't think you can achieve that in
Well,
5 years.
you will never achieve it. You just described me a work of a whole computer department in a big company
Yeah.
with very talented people. So that's the thing is that you need to understand, friends, that we are competing with friends from Oxford, MIT, IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, which is a very strong university. Like, so the only way we can compete those friends who are they're smart and they are from sometimes they will come from environments which are not as hard as ours, and that's not a bad thing. It's good that people have a life easier than ours, but the only way we can compete with them is to focus. So the way where the only place Oxford loses to us, well, besides being community, in Oxford, they need to learn, with all respect to Oxford, they will need to learn math, they will need to learn linear algebra, they will need to learn discrete mathematics, and so on for like 4 years. This is crazy, and people are paying money for that. I'm like, oh my God, get a book for 20 quid. Uh, that's like, that's a lot of money saved. But the only way we can beat it is by focus. So I suggest one thing. I suggest you research the market and you need to understand which jobs of this. Oh, I'm not saying stick with this job for the rest of your life, okay? But if it is computer vision, I need you to select me the three absolutely best computer vision jobs available remotely in UK. Because you're not in London, let's use it. A lot of quality companies, they offer remote jobs, which are available for people from UK and
I'm just learning
Europe sometimes.
JavaScript. I mean,
So
I'm deep diving into JavaScript right
so
now. I
you
want to
mentioned
have a
automation.
strong
So
fundamentals before I will
maybe
jump into
which programming
Python.
languages do you know?
I'm just learning JavaScript. I mean, I'm deep diving into JavaScript right now. I want to have a strong fundamentals before I will jump into Python.
Oh, so you want JavaScript and Python. You want everything. Let me see. So JavaScript is basically Node.js for the backend, and because you did automation, maybe backend will be easier to start. But if you are doing Node.js, for example, let me quickly check in my screen. Oh, I don't see it here. So basically, I'll need you to come back in some time and bring me three absolutely best jobs for you in 5 years' time, like staff level. But they should be similar jobs. So let's say three backend jobs, or three Golang jobs, or three JavaScript jobs. They shouldn't be one job is a lawyer at NASA, one job is translator from Russian, and one job is like, I don't know, Node.js guy. So because we need to do triangulation, I need to see what the market needs. Because we'll be finding a compromise between what you want and between what market needs. Because in 5 years' time, I want you to be working in a job you love, doing something you love, and earning good money. I don't want you to be locked in a golden cage, because that's probably worse than what you have now. Although there's money. So, for example, if we're going to, well, developer relations, I suggest you ignore it. It's a very rare job, and you'll have hundreds of people competing, and it's very hard to get there. I'm not applying to a single one of them anymore. I got my refusals at least they started replying to me with refusing things. That's good. But what I realized is that it's it's again, as with others, I cannot get this job, developer relations, especially lead, by applying. The only way I can get it is when they come to me, which has already happened with one company actually, because I was doing stuff they liked and they came to me. So maybe something will happen. So in the screen, I have the Elasticsearch senior software engineer. It's remote and Bristol as well. So you can choose where you work, and Elasticsearch is a good place to be, like really. So actually, let's do Elastic thing. Elasticsearch. So the thing with Elastic, which I love about them, like really, Yeah, let's start with that because it looks you are, well, I don't want to use the word messed up. You're not messed up. A little bit lost. Is that okay? Is it friendly enough? So, um, Elastic it's a search thing, but what they have, which is better than other companies, they have on Elastic, they have community thing as a part of their stuff. And they're open source as well, right? So they have community as part of it. So you go to Elastic Core website and you go to the this free and open now hut, and then you can see there's community events, and what is better, they have I think it's Elasticsearch. I think it's Elasticsearch which has like they even give notebooks away to people who start contributing. So yeah, let's actually start with market research. Okay, I don't want I cannot risk like Nikita being wrong and coming here with Elastic and there are like two and a half jobs on Elastic in UK, right? I cannot. Your life is too precious to bet on my opinion. So we'll need to.
I
Your
really
task
like
for
your
the week
approach,
will be
and I
to
will come
find
back to
3
you
absolutely best jobs
next
for you
time
in 5
with the
years
plan.
time. Check staff or principal level. 5 years is enough to get there comfortably. Okay.
I really like your approach, and I will come back to
Yeah.
you next time with the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. So next week it will be 8 p.m. UK time because I want to cover both sides of the globes. But the week after it will be 8 a.m.
I'm
again.
sorry. I stepped
So
out.
because we have
Like I
friends all
had
around the globe,
network
I
issue,
cannot
so I had to like
discriminate people
step
by
down
the
from
time
the
zone.
co-host, and
So
like he
yeah,
just
thank
shoot
you.
me out for no
So
reason.
we have one more
So
friendly
I
hand
just want
there.
to apologize for that.
Ibu
Oh yeah, mine
Kunolua.
wasn't I'm
So
sorry.
Can
I
you hear
stepped
me?
out. Like I had network issue, so I had to like step down from the
Mine wasn't a question.
co-host, and
It
like
was
he
like
just shoot me out for no
something
reason.
Caro said. I think
So I
Caro,
just want to
like how you
apologize
said,
for that.
Nikita,
Oh
was
yeah,
kind
mine
of
wasn't.
no
bringing
need.
different jobs from different Can you areas. hear me? But if he was more specific,
Yeah,
then I
it's
think
fine.
it would be more
Yeah, mine was.
easier to start
Mine wasn't a
from
question. It was like
gradually. I think
something
everybody
Carol
nowadays is
said.
kind of focused
I think
on
Carol, like how you said,
contributing
Nikita was kind
for
of
the
bringing
job
different jobs
sake,
from different
which
areas.
I
But
myself
if he
am
was more
guilty of it, but
specific,
I've
then
started
I think
contributing like
it will
way
be more
back.
easier
But
to
right
start
now I'm like focusing more on
gradually.
contributing
I
like
think everybody nowadays
for
is
the
kind
job
of
search
focused
and
on
the rest. So
contributing
I one thing
for the
you guys
job
should know about me,
sake,
I'm
which
like
I
the
myself am
worst guy
guilty of it,
in
but I've
job
started
search,
contributing like way
the
back.
worst, because
But right
my
now
job
I'm like
search I used to
focusing
go
more on
there physically.
contributing like
Like I go there physically,
for the
like
job
I do
search
traditional
and the
method
rest.
of
So I
apply
one thing
physically
you
and the
guys should know
rest.
about
So
me,
it's horrible.
I'm like
So with
the
I don't
worst
think I've
guy
ever done
in
like
job
an
search,
online glove search
the
on
worst,
LinkedIn or
because
anything. I
my
have
job
good
search
portfolio,
I used
there's
to
good
go there
profile, good
physically. Like I
resume
go
and
there
everything.
physically,
But
like
I've
I
never
do
like done
traditional
this
method
job
of
search thing
apply
on the
physically
web or
and the
anything. I
rest.
think
So it's
this
horrible.
particular job I
So
will
with I
start.
don't think
I
I've
will do
ever
the
done
job
like
search
an
using my
online glove search
contribution in
on
an
LinkedIn
open
or
source
anything.
and
I
the
have
rest.
good portfolio, there,
But I
good
don't know how
profile,
to do
good
it because I've
resume
never
and
tried
everything.
it.
So I've
But
never
I
like
feel
done
like
this
it's
job
gonna be
search
way
thing
better. And I
or
think
on the
Nikita,
web
you
or
have like
anything. I
a
think
lot
this
experience
particular
in that
job I
area
will start.
of doing
I
this
will do
job
the job
search
search using my contribution in an
remotely.
open source and the
And
rest.
what is the key
But I
thing?
don't know how to do it
What are
because
the
I've
key
never
things
tried
you're
it
gonna
before. But
let
I
me know
feel
to look
like
out?
it's
Because
gonna be
I
way
think
better,
basically
and I
I
think
don't have
Nikita,
to
you
like
have like a
because
lot
I
experience
did
in that area
I always
of
keep
doing
my
this job
profile,
search
everything okay, like job standard.
remotely.
You can check my
And what
LinkedIn, you
is the
can
key thing?
check
That
my
I have.
resume. It's always like
What are the
job
key
standard
things you're gonna let me know
always.
to look
So
out?
I don't
Because
have like
I
because
think
I've sent it
basically
to a lot of
I
people
don't
to
have to
review. They're
like
like no
because
problem
I
with that, no
did
problem with that.
I
But
always keep
I
my
don't
profile,
have the
everything
mind
okay,
set
like job
like of
standard.
going,
You can
hey,
check my
here's
LinkedIn,
my
you can
resume, please
check
check
my
it. Here's
resume.
my
It's
cover
always
letter.
like job
Here's this.
standard
I've never submitted a
always.
company. So I don't have like because I've sent it to a lot of people to review. They're like no problem with that, no problem with that. But I don't have the mind set like of going, hey, here's my resume, please check it. Here's my cover letter. Here's this. I've never
Yeah,
submitted
that's why I will do another way. So again, bring me 3 top jobs you want to be in 5 years time, and then we'll select a product for you, something which is used by many companies like Elastic, for example, and I want you to become a top contributor there, and that's it. I don't want you to set resumes left and right. I want you to be in top 5 in the list of contributors and concentrate on that. I want them to come to you and to ask you, how would you like to work with them? It doesn't have to be Elastic. It might be somebody who is using their software. And also, there's nothing wrong with using job market as as part of inspiration to get your job, to do open source. Just yesterday, I was on a date, and she's amazing. She's a very high person in one of the companies who does smartphones. I cannot tell you more, but she's very high there. And she said that she was really looking into charities, like checking how they work and like working with one of them. And she said that when you get deep enough into in any charity, you can see that it's actually a business. So inside, they might be doing a good cause, but inside it's just a business whose business is doing the good cause. So there's income, there's like somebody brings money, they spend it somehow. So it's just a business. So whatever you do in the end, it will be a business as well. All you need to do is just make sure it's a good business. It helps people with something. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, this Elastic things, for example, is a distributed database, so some software will work hopefully faster and spend less electricity. It's okay. And I cannot find easily right now, but I think Elastic had this program with where you can get prizes and stuff like this, but I don't really remember
No,
how to find it. Maybe I'm totally
I
wrong.
live in Germany, but I'm
But
currently in Turkey.
yeah, we can start with that as well.
Yeah, I live in.
But again, it depends on you because your location is Nigeria, isn't it?
No, I'm in. I live in Germany, but I'm currently in Turkey.
Oh, oh, Turkey. That's good.
Yeah, I
But
live in.
the reason I'm asking, yeah, and also like even if you told me before, I might forget with my autism. The reason I'm asking that because of your location, you might see different jobs. Okay. For example, jobs are even remote jobs, they're definitely different. You can see it in my screen. I switched from UK to Turkey, and the jobs are different. So I would suggest you do a market research, and you tell me what are the best jobs for you in the market. So from you, with your current experience, if you grow, or if you're even if you're there, bring me a few staff engineer jobs,
I don't
and
wanna
we'll
work
do
anywhere
triangulation,
near Turkey.
and
Trust
we'll
me with
find
that.
an open
At my
source
job
for you.
search, if I
You're
will do
actually
job
already
search
doing
now,
Flutter,
I'm gonna focus myself
but
back home in Germany.
if I just
Most
go
times
Turkey and Flutter right now,
Berlin or something. I
so
don't
how?
wanna work anywhere near Turkey. Trust me. Do I have what? At my job search, if I will do job search now, I'm gonna. Oh, work permit is not an issue for me in Germany. Most times,
Okay.
Berlin or something.
Do you have like are your papers sorted for Germany?
Do I have what?
Do you have like work permit there?
Oh, work permit is not an issue for me.
Okay, so we just substitute the glorious country of Turkey, and I mean it. It's there are good things about this country which I like, and quite a few of them. But we go to Germany now, and if I type Flutter in
Here's the
Germany,
thing.
I don't see
You
job.
have
Oh,
a
actually,
lot
I see
of
one job. It's called Flutter
I'm a
Developer
senior,
in
so I
Tech
just go for
Systems.
senior
Good old friends.
rules. I don't
And
look
there are
down like all this.
278
So I do. I
applicants.
kind of where you. I think
Oh
when you
my
put
God.
yourself down, you
Yeah,
have like this
that's
competition
fine.
there. You have up to 500 people probably. I'm a senior, so I just go for senior rules. I don't look down like all this. So I do. I kind of where you. I think when you put yourself down, you have like this competition there. You have up to 500 people probably.
Yeah, so if we are going the Flutter developer, if that's what you want, if you're going this route, I would like people who thinks, let's say, Flutter open source in Germany. I want them to think your name, and I want them to remember it. So I would like you not only to contribute, that there's part of it contribution, and there's part of it being a hidden figure. So currently, to find that you are contributing, I had to go into your profile and really dig in on your GitHub, right? So that's like 3 steps. Some agents will do it, but not every. And so if I take your, so I'll just find your name here. So if I take your name and I go to YouTube, and if that's okay, and I'm trying to search, and so will I find anything there? Not really. Well, I'm not
Okay.
finding. So
It's horrible. I've not
have
done
you
any
done any
talk.
talks
Yeah, I'm
talks
just
on
on to. I
Flutter?
just joined Twitter like 2 months ago.
Any
You know about that? I think I joined and I met
how good
you and
is
a couple
your
of. I met
marketing
Sean and some guy.
Flutter related?
Okay.
Does
It's horrible. I've not done any talk. Yeah, I'm just on Twitter. I just joined Twitter like 2 months ago. You know about that? I think I joined and I met you and a couple of. I met
okay?
Sean and some guy.
So there's a friend, Bilal, Bilal Khan, right? Uh, yeah. So Bilal Khan. So he also joined not that long ago, and he reminds me of you, or you remind me of him. So he has a YouTube, and well, the, his his resources are so limited in terms of money and technology because like electricity can go off at any time. And what he did this 60 days of DevOps thing, and he's still doing it. So if you go on YouTube, then basically I know people in Europe who know him, and so I suggest you start creating presence. It doesn't have to be something heavy, but even if as you do something, if as you're investigating something Flutter related, make a YouTube channel about it. It's free. So all you need to do is a nice picture for the thumbnail. I'll show now how to do it.
Funny.
All you need to do
Funny
is
thing.
take this
Funny thing. I
Bilal's
know him.
example. Take a look how he does stuff. You can interview him.
Mm,
He's a really nice person. He really helps. And I said,
funny.
sorry,
Funny thing. Funny thing. I know him.
good. So make a stream with him. Go on
Mm.
Zoom and make a recording or something and put it online and ask him like, you're doing this Flutter thing because we can. You already have background in Flutter, so there is no point to throw it away till you get a good job and you in Germany, and then you can throw it away if you want to and become, I don't know, Japanese translator, which is a nice job as well. Although I'm not sure. Well, there's like pluses and minuses. So what I suggest, make a stream with Bilal, tell him hello from me, and ask him how he created all this amazing stuff he's doing. And do similar, but your style. Don't copy him. Make your style and make it about what you care for and what will bring you a job. And then we'll build like your meetups, your presence, and then we can maybe approach the companies who use Flutter and ask them if they want subjects covered or if we can interview their guys. Why not? Go to conferences and stuff like that. So let's start from there. Because I feel like you have the knowledge, you have approach to open source, but I feel like you are hidden, and I don't want you to be hidden. You might want to be hidden and it's more comfortable, I know, but there's a few thousand people in Germany, actually maybe like 10,000 people who are like, well, who look, who have a harder life than some Germans are getting into IT. Let's put it this way. And they would rather learn from you than from me preaching here that, oh, go into open source, get a job. So your social value of getting this job will go way beyond your salary because your presence in the IT space if I can put it this way, might bring like few hundred black boys and girls to go into IT and get a
You
quality
said
job because
about
they will see it's possible. For them, you're a hero. For me as
to
well.
be
But what
comfortable
matters here is
hidden.
that for them, you're a
It's
hero.
honestly comfortable
So
because
you don't have a right to be hidden.
I
Sorry.
find life easiest just staying in my.
Oh, not sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry.
You said
So
about to be comfortable hidden. It's honestly comfortable because I find I find life easiest just staying in my.
Yeah, yeah. Staying where you are is easy, but if you are staying where you are, you wouldn't be in this space. You're already 1% developers in the world who go to Twitter Spaces and do stuff. Okay, we have so your task for the week will be speak to Bilal and organize a space with him and make it recorded. I might not be able to come, but make it recorded on YouTube and start your channel and put it there as well. And that's it. And to create, so let me actually go to my thing, to my, so friends, I can see your hands. I can see Rupali. Rupali will go first, and then Doye the designs will go after it. I will just quickly find this job thing for Ibukuno so mate, it will take some time to learn your name, but never ever cut it. I mean, never ever replace it with something like, I don't know, Java man or something. Your name is it's something to be proud of, not to cut it. So task for the week. Task for the week is to catch is for Ibu. Yeah, this one. To make a stream with Bilal, and actually you'll be helping Bilal as well, and get the Flutter YouTube channel rolling. And I have plans for you, like next steps, which will be conferences, because there's like DevOps and stuff happening in Germany. So, and even if you cannot come there physically, you can cover them like online for Twitter and stuff. But that's we'll leave it for the later, because for 1 week it's more than enough. Okay, because I want the channel to be created. Make it first, click a button, get it done. And second, I want you to talk to Bilal and make it recorded. And it will be very good for Bilal as well, because I want him to be more seen as a person who helps other people to, well, to be great. And Bilal is very good at that. He's extremely talented. But yeah, you can tell him
Hi
it's not a
everyone,
secret.
hope you
Okay,
are
cool.
doing good.
We have
I'm
two more
Rupali. I'm a
raised
full
hands.
stack
So
developer
Rupali
at
has been
Center.net.
waiting, or Rupali
Currently,
has been waiting
I
patiently.
have been
So
working on an open source project.
Rupali, it's
I
all yours.
started it.
Tell me.
It's Hub.
Hi
So where
everyone, hope you are doing
we
good.
will be
I'm
putting links
Rupali.
to
I'm
all
a
free
full
and
stack
paid
developer at Center.net.
useful resources together,
Currently,
so that it
I have
can
been
be
working on
helpful
an
for
open source
beginners,
project.
because
I
I
started
personally
it.
believe that
So
there is not lack
its
of
name
resources.
as
We have
Link
so many
Hub.
resources
So
there
where
where you can learn
we will
and
be
develop your
putting links
skills.
to all
But
free
there is
and
something
paid
like a lack of awareness.
useful
People are
resources
not aware
together,
that the thing
so that
really exists.
it can be
So
helpful
we will
for
be just
beginners,
putting links
because
together,
I
and
personally
I
believe
started it
that
as
there is
open
not
source
lack
project
of
last
resources. We
week.
have so many
And
resources
as of
there where you
now,
can learn
we got
and
19
develop your
stars,
skills.
but
But
the
there is
problem
something like
is
a
that
lack of
people
awareness. People
liking
are
it,
not
and
aware that that thing
people
really
actually
exists.
cloning. We have
So we will
100
be just
clones per
putting
day,
links
but
together,
they are not
and I
contributing.
started it as open
So
source project last
how can I
week.
get like more
And as of
contributors
now,
on my
we
project?
got 19
Because
stars, but the
like
problem is that people liking
I
it,
wanna
and
have
people
new
actually
people,
cloning.
new
We have
ideas, new
100 clones
suggestions,
per day,
new
but
feedback,
they are not
and that. So
contributing.
how can I get
So
contributors on my
how can I
project?
get like more contributors on my project? Because like I wanna have new people, new ideas, new suggestions, new feedback, and I'm not getting that. So how can I get contributors on my project?
That's a very good question. So my answer will be make it about. So you were saying like with all respect, and I understand the project is cool. You were saying my, and
Yeah, yeah,
why?
exactly.
So let's make it about them. So you made this project to help people, right? You didn't make it because you
Okay.
had nothing to do and you're bored and like selfish and so.
As
No,
I
you did
told
it
you, we
because
will
you
be
wanted
putting
to help,
links, and then
right?
Yeah,
the people
yeah,
ask
exactly.
me where to find resources
So
and where to
tell
learn.
me how
So
will this project
I
help
will just
people?
reference them, and maybe
Okay.
it could help them.
So basically, like as I told you, we will be putting links, and then the people ask me where to find resources and where to learn. So
Hmm.
I will just reference them, and maybe it could help them.
Good. So
let me think. How can we? How can we? How can we? So it's kind of a newsletter. So
Yes,
I would make maybe a newsletter, like seriously, and send it every few days with updates. So basically, you capture the links on useful resources, right, for the community,
yes,
and you share them. So I would make it a newsletter, and I would say that we've added links to this project and blah blah blah. This project and this project. This is cool. That's why cool. And if you want to add more links, for example, in this very space, there was a question on internships, and I know out of my pocket, I know Outreachy thing, right? They're paying $7,000. I think it might be even more now. No, 7,000 for 3 months internship with companies like Apache. Well, obviously it will be Microsoft or Amazon, somebody else paying, but real project. So there's Outreachy, there's MLH Hacking. Uh, this company, they also do, there are other companies who do things. So, but the thing is that, let's say you add these links, MLHIO, let's say you add links. I think Elastic has, at least they used to have open source contributors program as well. So add it to your newsletter and let people know that if they find something, they can edit via GitHub, via your project. And in your newsletter, put the link to your project in the top or somewhere, so they will know that, like, yeah, sometimes it will be quicker for them to check from your email, but sometimes they will just go on your project to your project and actually modify it. So I'm just thinking, like, if you were a developer, if you're a developer who had a link, who knew that he needs a link in your repository, then when would you open it? You'll probably open it once to, and then you found the link, and then you'll probably, sometimes you will add your link there, right? And this is more like a support project for a newsletter, I would say, because you're collecting useful stuff. And then instead of saying people, oh, go and look at those 50 emails, you will have you will have this beautiful project which has everything. Oh, it requires installation as well. Maybe, you know what? Maybe create a case and show on YouTube or somewhere how to use your project. Like maybe demo how to. What is the business case? So tell me of a person who benefited. Like tell me a story. So today I woke up. I am a developer. I'm looking for question A for answer for the question A, and I found it through your project. But like because this one mentions, for example, uh, cloning and installing and stuff like that. But I'm not really. I'm looking at the link stuff. Maybe so. I'm a bit lost. Maybe we can. It would be nice if you could give an interview. You can even come to, not even, but there's this London Java community, right? Uh, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that to start with, because you're not in a rush, right? We have some time, right? So let's go small steps. There's a London Java community on LinkedIn. Let me just type it for you in my, so it will be Rupali_codes. Good. So if I go to my tweets and I will for Rupali_codes, I think London Java, let's say how we type it, Java. Yeah, this one. Will benefit a lot from you. So basically we have London Java community. It's not about London. It's not about Java, right? It's about people from all over the work, all over the world talking about cool stuff. And your project is definitely cool stuff. So I would like you to speak there. We have slots of 5 minutes. It's called lightning talks. So especially for those who just like begin,
There are 30-minute talks, but maybe after you talk for us like 1 or 2 times. From your talk on the open source projects you created. Can you DM me on LinkedIn and let's talk to Abby? Yeah, Abby later. So yeah, so we did it. I'm not sure if you are following the YouTube stream, but I've just tweeted about Lang Java community. So let's start there. Because to be honest, like currently I also don't have much time, but I think what you are doing is amazing, and I would really love to see a demo. Okay, and I would love it to see on London Java community level where we have 8,000 members, almost 8,000 members, all over the world. And also there'll be so many good things you'll bring. So yeah, let's start there, because I want to see, and I want this, ideally I would like this presentation to be not about you and not about the project. I would like it to be about some person, let's say a lady from some town or city, and she is a developer, or she's a, I don't know, technical writer, and she has such and such problem, and she knows that she can get help from your project, and then show me how she opens your project and how she directly benefits from it. Okay, show me 1 or 2 stories like that. Instead of telling people that your project is useful, show them exactly how it is useful in these situations. Okay, and let's make a story out of it. Let's make a we'll make you present a Planet Java community. It's not hard because those lightning spaces are many, and we will teach you. There's a session before that for free. Everything is for free there. It's a really nice place, and they will help you to prepare for speaking. And if you have a panic attack in the last minute and you pull off, it's fine. It's fine. That's why we have lightning spaces. Doesn't happen often, but if it happens, it's okay. Because I had a small panic attack. So yeah, so DM me on LinkedIn, and I will add Abby Leverton. Or you can DM her directly. I just love to be involved in discussions. I can help a little bit there. And then let's make your space happen. Is that okay? And you'll be amongst those people on YouTube, Java London Java community. If you can check, there is a lot. There's 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Your video will be here. So I'm not sure how many videos they've got. It's a lot. It's like I don't know, 10,000 or something. So
All right.
yeah.
Hello everyone.
I think Doi. We have another very patient
Actually,
person.
I just got into this tech.
Doi
I started
Designs.
my tech journey
So
a few months ago. I think
I'm
like 4
following.
months ago.
Follow him.
So I'm well
So
grounded
it's
in
all yours, mate.
HTML and
All right.
CSS.
Hello everyone.
JavaScript, not so much, but I'm currently learning
Hi.
Actually,
JavaScript.
I just got into
So
this tech. I started my
I've been
tech
doing my
journey a
research
few
and I've
months
heard
ago.
about
I
this
think like two
open
months
source
ago.
and how it
So
can
I'm
really
well
help you
grounded in
and
HTML and
help you get a job.
CSS.
So I
JavaScript, not
just
so
want
much, but
I
I'm
just want
currently learning
like I need
JavaScript.
a place, an
So
open source where I can
I've been
get
doing
a
my
lot of
research and I've heard about this open source and how it can
experience.
really
I'm
help you
looking for the
and
experience now.
help you get a
I'm not
job.
really
So
looking to
I
get a
just want
job, but
I just want
this year I just
like
want to
I
get
need a
enough
place, an open source
experience
where I can get a
to
lot of
make me confident enough to start
experience.
looking
I'm
for
looking for the
jobs
experience
and
now.
applying for
I'm not
jobs.
really looking
So
to
yeah,
get a
and
job,
it's just
but
I'm just a front end
this year I
developer.
just want to get
So
enough
after JavaScript
experience
to make me
Okay.
confident enough to start
To start.
looking for jobs and
Okay. So
applying for roles.
okay.
So
I'm in
and
Nigeria.
I'm just a front end developer. So after
You're not
JavaScript,
just a front-end developer. You are a developer.
Lagos,
Okay. So
Lagos.
let's remove just from your language. You're one of the best developers in your country, whatever it is. So where are you located?
Sorry?
I'm in Nigeria.
That's amazing. That's beautiful. Which part? Lagos? No, I only know Lagos.
Lagos, Lagos.
Like Lagos. So yeah, beautiful, amazing place. You need to go there. So first, you're not just a developer. And Carol, I've seen you're not just a developer, you're a developer or the developer. Which percent of population of Nigeria even thinks, or even let's say the world, which percent of population of the world contributes to open source in any form? I would assume it's less than 1%. So you are already part of elite,
I just wanted to tell you
like,
to Rupali
for
really
good or
quickly
worse.
that I'm
So
just checking
you're not
her
just a developer.
project on GitHub,
Now,
and I like the
I've seen
stack
hands,
and I
so
like the
I'm
idea.
aware of it,
So
and
I will be
I'm
joining,
aware Carol,
and hopefully I will
your
be able
comment.
to contribute
So
something
he will come back.
valuable. I just wanted to tell you to Rupali really quickly that I'm just checking her project on GitHub, and I like the stack and I like the idea. So I will be joining, and hopefully I will be able to contribute something valuable.
Can you do first thing? Make a tweet about it. Make a tweet about her project, and if you mention my name, I will retweet. Because I know nothing about her project, but if you sum it up in 2 lines, like what is it about? Which value does it bring? Even if it's having fun is a big thing. But as I understood, it's more like a small wiki. So yeah, if you manage to do it, just share with the community, we'll reshare, and let's see what good comes. So coming back to the DOE design, so I understand you're not looking for a job right now, but we need a focus because we are competing with a very harsh market and with the people who are blessed with rich parents. And well, it's not always a blessing, but in some cases they were blessed with rich parents and also kind of education. So I would suggest again, let's start with the job market. So you are speaking about JavaScript and well, HTML, CSS. That's so let's do Lagos. Oh, sorry, Lagos. Let's show Nigeria. And if you do JavaScript in job search, of course, remote, because there are so many things to learn. Unless we concentrate, then that won't be easy. I'm looking for something. So Turing, I'm like, well, they're everywhere, so I'm a bit. I want something else than Turing. Okay, principal software engineer. Good enough. We're not applying there. So yeah. So for example, this job. So what I'll need we'll need to find a focus job for you. It will shift as you do the stuff with community. You'll understand better what you need in the future, but you need to start somewhere, right?
Yes.
So for example, looking at this job, I will go now and I will tweet again about this stuff. 1 second, I need to, and your name was Edoi underscore.
Yes.
Yeah, so one of the things I suggest you should add your family name there or something. But, it's your call, but like in 10 years from now, you'll be quite like known and well, it's good. Edoi is actually good because some people call themselves, I don't know, Green Leaf or something. With all respect to Green Leaves, it's like, well, so so that's a focus job for you. Focus job, draft focus Node.js focus job for you. So the thing is that in this focus job, let me see if I managed to, where was it? LinkedIn. Yeah, so if you take a screenshot of this thing and I can just start marking it, the stuff you need. So because I have some experience, well, might be wrong, but I still have some experience. So MongoDB apparently needed. So it's open source. There's, oh, I would rather not, but there's MongoDB, there's and experience on other NoSQL data. Oh, for principle, it's okay. Graph, Node.js again. So you're already doing Node.js and JavaScript. Maybe you could start with Node.js. We'll see how. 1 second. So we'll go back and we'll go here and we'll tweet. So it's in my Twitter now with your name on it. So Node.js is open source, Node.js, but the question is, can it be useful for you? Because, for example, OpenJDK is also open source, but when people move into Java, I would suggest them not to touch OpenJDK. It's too complicated. There's not enough stuff, and it's complicated. But Node.js is in my screen, on my screen, whatever, and we can see that there's 1.3K issues. And let's see if they have first-time contributions. How the first tag, is it tag label? First, no, they don't have it.
Yes.
I'm trying to find some beginner friendly. So to be honest, we can make it a task for you. If you could like write a tweet, so because you said you're learning JavaScript, right?
Yes.
So JavaScript these days can do everything. It's a very good language. Old, but well, it's not that old. There was a person in 2000s who took JavaScript out of the browser and made it a server language. So if you learn Node.js, which is server level JavaScript, then you can do both parts. You can do front end and back end, and that's good. And let me see. So it would be nice if you just take a look at the obviously at the job. You can find more like this, but you don't need too many. It's a focus. We're not applying, right? We still have time. Let's be realistic. And just write about Node.js. Write a small tweet what it is. It's an open source project. Go to the README. It must have README. Yeah, it has README. Go to contributing MD of Node.js and check how do you contribute? What do they need? Because even in the projects which are very harsh, like high level, like very complicated, they often need maintenance, like really. And if you become, they need you more than you need them. So if you become contributor there, that's a very big step. You have friends who will be able to guide you in JavaScript way better than I can.
Okay.
So the other day I was talking to somebody on exorcism, and then I checked who this guy was, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so this guy though.
But you know that I've started learning JavaScript.
Let's
So
make
do I
one
finish
thing. So when
do I
people
finish
think
like the basics of
Node.js and
JavaScript
Lagos
before I just
and
go
contribute, how to
into
contribute,
Node.js?
let them think of your name.
Okay. But you know that
Yeah.
I've started learning JavaScript. So do I
Mm-hmm.
finish like the basics of JavaScript before I just go into Node.js?
No. Node.js, first thing, Node.js is JavaScript itself. But even if it wasn't, one of your biggest benefits right now is that you're a beginner. You begin in this area. You'll be beginning this area only once. There are thousands of people like you around the world who are like you in terms of beginning. I will increase volume slightly in the 1 second in the stream. I hope that's loud enough. Thank you, Rahul. So there are thousands of people who are also learning JavaScript, and they don't even know about Node.js because they're not in this space. And you are here, and it's been scientifically proven. There was an experiment, like they analyzed the organizations who earns more in organizations, and it's not like people who are the smartest or the tallest or something. It's like generally speaking, it's the people who create communities who connect communities which normally don't connect to each other. So if you connect people who are just learning JavaScript and CSS and stuff with people who already contribute to Node.js, well, mate, you'll be well off. Like really. So that's your biggest value. Do it now. Also, it will start creating you a positive flow back. People will start telling you, well, nice people. Sometimes you'll see a troll or two. Just ignore them and make content out of it. I will show you how. Thank them and go further. Like sometimes I say, like, thank you for your valuable opinion, and then I go because I don't have time for trolls. But generally speaking, they might say that you're going the wrong way. They might be saying that you are learning some JavaScript version which is not needed at the moment, or it's too old, or maybe you should switch to TypeScript. Or maybe they will say that, your content is amazing, and then you'll feel better for the rest of the day. Or maybe one of them will come with a job. Maybe somebody from them will say that, oh, we have a computer class in Lagos. Can you come and speak to us about Node.js? And I mean it. And let's make it, yeah. So, because you are creating a lot more than you think. What you're doing now is already amazing. And I don't want you to stop, and I want you to start benefiting from it now. And also you'll be growing your Twitter presence, right? Because I want you to do, like, ideally it should be at least 4 tweets per day. You can schedule them in advance, but because after 10K, Twitter starts paying, if I'm not wrong. It will be not only Twitter, it will be newsletter, sorry, not newsletter. It will be YouTube, but I don't want to frighten you. So basically, the idea is that we need to create a cash flows for you, not job only, but other cash flows as well, to pay for your mobile and, like, coffee and stuff. So yeah, your tasks will be actually to investigate Node.js to start with, and bring few cool jobs. But I think with your background, Node.js is a very good place because you already know some JavaScript, and Node.js is pure JavaScript. So that's a really cool library. So, and then make sure it's visible. So tweet about it. Tweet what Node.js is. Tweet what does it do, and how to contribute. And so as you will be investigating what it is and how to contribute, tweet everything. Tweet as crazy, like not more than 8 tweets per day, but plan them in advance.
Okay, thank you very much.
So in 1 week time, you'll know more Node.js than I do by far. And there are so many applications. Like it's a very needed thing. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome.
No?
Yeah. 1 second. My phone is misbehaving.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't have
I think
any
we had
hand up.
we had Carol's hand, but it went down.
No?
Okay. Yeah. So, is there anything you want to ask?
No, I didn't have any hand up.
Okay. Then it will be Rupali, and then it's Uthi, and then it's Stephen. So Rupali, it's all yours. The floor is yours. Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi.
Just wanna thank you, Nikita and Carol, for sharing. I really appreciate
Yeah, you're on mute,
Okay.
by the way.
Thank you so much.
I could hear you for a second, and then you went on mute. Yeah, now you're.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanna thank you, Nikita and Carol, for sharing. I really appreciate it, actually.
Welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So basically, my idea is that I don't have an answer for your original question, but my answer will be community. So let's connect you with community better. Let's do it via London Java community to start with. It won't solve your problem, but it will help to solve it. And then let's ask the community, like, what are their problems, and how would they like it to be, if they can be helped with your project. And and sometimes if somebody wants their problem to solve with your project, we will be able to say that, you can raise a pull request. Here's a project. Here's your need. Here's how you do it. Raise a pull request. That's how I do it these days. I'm like, if the person wants something to be done, I'm trying to involve this person. If they want to benefit from your project, let them do it. Help them, but don't do it instead of them. Don't steal their opportunity to have some fun. So, for example, if somebody wants, if somebody is asking you about outreach about internships, you can ask this person, you can tell this person that outreach exists, and then you can ask this person to add a pull request, and if they need help to your project. And because they need to apply, they want to apply to Outreach anyway, so they will need open source contributions, and yours is a very good one. And yeah, I'll need to know more. I'll need to see your presentation. I'll need to see. There's the value is there. It's that people are not aware of it enough. Yeah, they're not aware. It should be more. There's something missing, but I don't know what, and I don't want to speculate what is missing because I might be very wrong, and then I will insult you, and that's not why I'm here. You have created something and I didn't, and that's what it is. So whatever you created, it's already
Hi, Nikita.
amazing, and it's better than what most of people on the
Good
road.
day. So
Good. So
I'm
now we have
transitioning from
Uthi or
medical
Athi
field into
loves
DevOps.
DevOps. Ooh,
Yeah.
DevOps person.
So
I love
I
DevOps.
finished med
It's all yours,
school
man.
last year, early last year, and I enrolled into Old School Africa. I don't know if you've seen them on Twitter here. They're like a big Africa tech school. So I enrolled in. I'm among their first cohort. I enrolled for cloud engineering. And right now, I'm 2 months away from finishing the cloud engineering program. We're like just 2 to 3 months away from finishing. It's a year-long program. So right now, Old School actually promised us internship, and they're going to help us try getting jobs. Yeah, but I'm not banking 2 months away from finishing the cloud Lagos, Nigeria. We're like just 2 to 3 months away from finishing. It's a year-long program. So right now, Old School actually promised us internship, and they're going to help us try getting jobs. Yeah. But I'm not
What's your location?
Yeah, we have a lot of tech lovers over here.
Oh, good.
So
I have so many
now the
smart
thing is, I'm
friends from
almost
Lagos,
done with
Nigeria.
Old
It's like
School,
amazing.
but I'm trying to
I understand
position
it's 200
myself to
million
get the
country, but
job,
still,
even
you get the
irrespective of
surprise. It's
whether
like,
Old School
oh my
decides to give us
God,
a
yet
job or
another
not.
genius from
I'm trying
Lagos.
to be good enough to get the job anyway at the DevOps entry level role. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The thing is, I'm
So, so now, part of what I realized is that for me to do this, I have to contribute to open source. Open source is like one of the easiest way for me to get this done. So I've been part of my goal for this year when I was coming into the year is to contribute to open source. So I've been actively trying to do that. Yeah.
yeah.
And there's this guy, I don't Eddie Jaudi, the open source guy. Yeah, I follow this guy. Yeah. I made my first contributions already to open source. That is the basic one. Then after that one, there's this link free contribution where you edit some. You'll be able to create your
Oh, he's
catalog
good.
of your portfolio. I also did that. So those are the two things I've done so far into open source. Then okay, I published an article. I think day before yesterday. Yeah, I can share with you about for beginners. I'm fresh from doing this as a beginner, so I feel struggles beginners are going to have in making their first ever contribution. I tried making a guide, that is a fully detailed article about that. So I published that on Ashinode. Yes, I think yesterday or the first today. Yeah. So now, as a DevOps person, I'm trying to see, okay, this open source I'm contributing, at what point does it help me in getting the job? Is it that
This is good.
what aspect of open
This is
source
good
do I have
stuff.
to contribute for me to get that exposure into the DevOps life? Now, the first contributions I say I made, those ones were not related to my DevOps career. Do you get? I just did that. I just did that to get like a like experience in contributing open source. Let me just contribute to something for a start. But now I've contributed to something. I know what contribution seems like. I've even written a guide on how
Yeah,
others are
you
contributing.
you
But
just
now I need
started
a
the journey.
direction
Yeah,
of, okay,
that's right.
since I need to contribute to that will increase my chance. Okay, I know when others were trying to talk so far, you're saying, oh, you are the number one. Not really a lot of people are interested in this in the particular location. Like me now in Lagos, Nigeria, I don't think a lot of people are interested in open source like that. I might be thinking wrong. Okay, maybe a DevOps person. I'm part of like the few people. So how can I like leverage on that and try to be an do you get my question? I don't think a lot of people are interested in open source like that. I might be thinking wrong. Okay, maybe a DevOps person. I'm part of like the few people. So how can I like leverage on that and try to
Yeah.
be
So
yes, do you get my question?
yeah. So yeah, I get your question. Although of course not fully. I think it's not possible to get any question fully in the world. But so basically, in short, you need a job related to the clouds. It might change, but and you have quite some background. So I suggest we build on it. So just contributing to any open source project, even to Edis open source projects, with all respect, if you just contribute, a little bit here, a little bit there, without any focus, I cannot promise you a Santa Claus coming with a job, okay? But what I can say is that let's start with the need. So let's make it not about you. Let's make it about company which pays money. It's because you want a job from a company. Imagine you are a company. Imagine you are a manager. Why would you hire somebody contributing to open source? What is the scenario when you hire? So like my scenario will be if I work in a company which requires, let's say, DevOps and open source guys, and they come with, let's say, I don't know, contributing to AWS in some way, maybe creating tutorials or teaching others
Well,
or
I
something
was
like
learning
this.
Python. I
Because
was
basically what
just the
I would
surface, the
do,
basic
let me think. So you're
Python. I didn't
DevOps,
really go
and
deep into
do
it.
you code?
What do you say?
Do you code? Do you code in any languages?
Well, I was learning Python. I was
Mm-hmm.
just the surface, the basic
Mm-hmm.
Python. I didn't really go deep into it.
What I would do, I would go to this job search again. Sorry, it's always this place for these days. Because so I need to know like when I might like cookies and I don't know cucumbers, but when I go fishing, I will need to bring what fish likes. So I need job search to find what the company likes. I know for fact that 90% of any project these days is open source, all right? So that's not a problem. The problem is that there are 200 million open source projects, and then you can contribute in so many ways to any of them. So if you go to Lagos, if you go to LinkedIn right now and you type the like Lagos place, you put it remote, and you type cloud, there will be quite a few of jobs. Actually, will be cloud DevOps more like, right? So let's see what's there. Well, canonical, I'm not really into this stuff. Maybe it's just DevOps because they're all clouds now.
Okay.
Developer experience engineer, not fully convinced. I will need your task for the week will be to go to LinkedIn jobs and bring me 3 ideal jobs for you. Not junior level. We don't need junior level. What open source gives you? So open source is just a tool, right? It's like a hammer. So you can make a hammer to do something better, to do something good. So the bet will be you can use open source to work for free for others with no benefit from you for you. I'm not helping with that. I'm not here to waste your time and make you work for free for others. I don't like it. The other way is to use open source is your opportunity to start working in amazing companies before they hire you. And that here I'm all yours. So, but to do that, I'll need to know which companies are hiring in Lagos, Nigeria. People like with your focus. So, bring me like staff level or principal level position in cloud or something similar. Ideally, 3 of them, and you tell me which are the technologies they care most. And to be honest, like from that, you can even approach them and interview them. Why not? I mean, we can find somebody who works in these companies. Maybe we can use my network. We can find somebody and ask them, like, can you spend 10 minutes with us and tell us why you're using this technology and what you can start there. Let's say it's a AWS cloud or Google Cloud platform, then find which part of it they're using. And then as you'll be creating in the spectrum, which is even if you're maintaining, let's say, Google Cloud Platform, you'll be maintaining it with a thought that this company needs to see you. And maybe you'll be creating, I don't know, tutorials or something. I really need those examples. It's very hard to plan anything without examples because I want it to be about you and not about me, like telling, oh, go and do this, because this will be so wrong. So it's on. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm not telling you there's a magic AD who will solve all your problems, although AD is a very good person to start with and to continue with, because he might not be able to give you a job out of his pocket, but
yeah,
he'll be able to show you some industry standards and some insights to increase the quality of your content and to motivate you. But it should be you who owns your success story, right? Not Eddie.
yeah,
So you will have to own it, and that's why in 5 years' time you will be a staff engineer, and that's why maybe your first job won't be a junior job. It might be like average. I mean, just a developer, because you'll be developing much faster than comparing you with people who will
No,
be
I
just
can't.
sending
That's the
CVs,
thing.
resumes
Can I,
left and
is
right.
there like a
You'll
recording
be
I can
actually
access after this?
already
Is it
working
recorded?
in a company. You'll be already a DevOps. So, for example, just for the sake of argument, I'm not sure if you can see my YouTube
Okay.
at the moment.
No, I can't. That's the thing. Is there like a recording I can access after this? Is it recorded?
Yeah, there's
But
in this space first comment there. It's my recording. Link to the
okay.
stream, and also on YouTube, if you use same tag as my tag is the same between YouTube and here. I did it for a reason. There's a company called DevLake, Apache DevLake. So they're platform engineering, it's DevOps. So it's they might not. So actually, they even hire people,
Okay.
but it's more. I think they need those who write in Golang. I'm not sure, but it's an Apache project, and when you contribute to them, they will give you an Apache contributor certificate.
Okay.
So well, it's but still, I would rather go to the market first, and because you
All
cannot
right.
run
Thank
after
you.
20 technologies. Okay, let's see who else has a hand,
All right.
because
All right.
because they are like two more friends. Yeah, because I need to close the space soon, so
Good
let
morning.
them speak. Stephen,
All right.
Stephen,
Thank
can
you.
you? And by the way,
Okay.
friends, can you
I've been
like
hearing you
follow
guys
each
talking
other?
earlier about
All right.
Especially
All right.
those who have spoken, just
I
follow
want
each
to
other,
ask
okay?
if you are a developer and you
Stephen,
build
it's all yours.
projects,
Yeah.
specific
Good
projects
morning.
for yourself,
Good
then
morning,
you're
friend.
putting on your CV
Okay.
to apply for
I've
jobs
been
that you're
hearing you
to
guys
them.
talking earlier about
Is there still opportunities for companies to say
I want to
hiring?
ask if you are a
Because
developer and
I
you
have professional
build
experience in
projects,
2 years, but
specific
the coding
projects
since the age of 17.
for
Coding since the age of
yourself,
17.
then you're putting your CV to apply for jobs that you're
I don't know because most times when I
Is
apply
there still
to
opportunities
companies
for
outside my
companies to say
country,
hiring?
um,
Because
especially UK,
I have professional
I only
experience
see
in
unfortunately
two
we
years,
can't
but the
hire.
coding
Even the
since
one
the
I
age of
applied to
17.
Germany, they told me that
Coding
they
since
can't
the age
hire
of
me
17.
because I don't believe tech.
I don't know because most times when I apply to
Lagos,
companies
Nigeria.
outside my
I'm a
country,
Laravel, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a
especially
Laravel and
UK,
React developer.
I only see unfortunately we can't hire. Even the one I applied to Germany, they told me that they can't hire me because
I don't believe tech.
And what's your location?
Lagos, Nigeria.
I know. Like
Lagos,
I
Nigeria.
use
I'm a
LinkedIn,
Laravel and React
but
developer.
Yeah,
I'm no longer interested
that's why I'm
in
telling
working
people
for Nigerian companies. I
to
feel
use
like
LinkedIn
I should
search, because you
work
can
for
put a
international
location there
companies.
and it will filter jobs out.
Yeah. I know. Like I know. I use LinkedIn,
Mhm.
but I'm no longer interested in working for Nigerian companies. I feel like I should
Okay.
work for international companies.
Yeah. So, but when you will be searching jobs in Lagos, Nigeria, don't choose
Okay.
the jobs which are local. That's why I put remote there. Choose the companies which are all over the world.
Okay.
But they are also present in Nigeria, so you can start working there. And
Okay.
regarding the open source projects, no, I personally prefer to stay away from portfolio projects. I prefer to have a real project which I've contributed. Well, I haven't contributed much, to be honest. I'm mostly doing this stuff, but I have lately started Form 3 contributions. About Form 3, I know that they provide jobs in all over Europe and UK, and I think States as well. For example, Gradle, they provide jobs all over the world, and these are good jobs. So, like, I would really start from the market, which jobs are available to you right now, and then I will focus on that. And so,
Yeah,
quality
it helps. Yeah.
contributions
Thank you very much.
and marketing, because if you don't do marketing, you're working for free. Although, well, you're studying as well, but still. So, does it help?
Yeah, it helps. Yeah.
So, same as for most other friends, it will be like task for the week, bring me top 3 jobs for you in Nigeria. Yeah, in Nigeria, but make sure that these are the jobs you really like. So in your case, it might be like Canonical, Grafana, whatever.
Okay.
Because I know the cases, and that does happen. Because when you're top, so make it easier for the company to make it cheaper for the company to hire you and move you to Europe if you want that. Although, like, I would prefer them to pay you good money wherever you are. So maybe you prefer to earn British salary while being in Lagos, because then you can buy a huge house comparing to a small house here, and the weather is not always nice, although today is okay. So yeah, let's bring me the top quality things, and so we can get people inspired by your journey, and people will follow you. And Nigeria could use more developers who will be paying high, who will be earning good money for remote jobs and spending the money in Nigeria. And it will change, like it will create a small island of not maybe happiness, but just better life. You'll go and buy something more expensive in a shop, and somebody will, buy better books for the kids and so on. It's like chain reaction. So I hope that helps. So 3 jobs, but it must be remote. Okay, I don't want you to be like tied to a golden cage of office. And then we take next steps. Good. We have this amazing person, the freelancer. So everybody follow
Can
him.
you guys hear me?
This is a really nice nickname. Don't change
Really,
it.
thanks for the
It's yours.
compliment. Yeah, really nice
Oh my
name.
God,
That's
this is
why
good.
I use it.
So
And
yeah, tell
I
me.
want to supplement on a couple of
Yeah,
things.
hi, I can hear you, but you're very
The
yeah, you're
previous
very
speakers
quiet, but I can hear
have
you.
been really asking. Really, thanks for the compliment. Yeah. And this is something nice. That's why I use it. I'm really, I wanted to actually have been there for a couple of months. Right now, it's the previous speakers have I can tell that there is a lot that someone should learn, and there is a lot that we don't know that is really going on. I'm really a fan of actually I've been there for a couple of one is for right now it's really a learner, like a developer who is very familiar with a couple of skills. You should learn, and you can learn how to collaborate going on. You can work with production code that is really managed. One is that is set for rather than a learner, like implement on your own portfolio first. Okay, you can learn how to skill that you can't learn in your personal. You can work with production code. And another one, manageable code that can help you rather than the code that you track or implement the events that on your own portfolio. In the open source, I mean, you're going to work with that professional development, your people who are maintaining this kind of. And another one, they're entirely dependent on it. And for someone who hasn't been very familiar with this tech stuff, of course, there is a learning curve, but along the way, people can guide you who are maintaining and you learn kind of project. Okay, they're entirely dependent on you. For people, and yeah, and for people who hasn't been very familiar with really, really amazing. You can, of course, you can learn learning curve, but along the way, people can open source. You're going to communicate, learn someone who's in the UK, and so
That's true.
we hope, yeah, and for people who want to, we hope him on a couple of issues, really amazing. And along the way, that learn the respect and connection can take you a long way. Source, you're going to communicate with someone who's in the UK. And one thing I want to add something, we hope to highlight about of issues. And along the way, that means more of a use case. The way I understand this open source besides just contribution. To me, open source is like youth training youth people. One thing I want to like highlight about youth training youth people to play football. It's let's say more of a use case. It's the way I understand this of your home. To me, open source, and then youth training youth people to play football. Open source, you go and sit ground to play with training youth to play football. Let's say at the back of your home, different academies, and then they challenge you like a real playground. But let's say people, there is a learning curve. Different academies, nothing is easy. You just keep pushing. And they challenge him to build But genuine people will always come along your way and help you grow, and there's a learning curve. Then for you, nothing is easy. You just become pushy. That's what I wanted to share with you. Thanks for this. The more you contribute, genuine people will always come along your way and they'll help you grow, and they'll mentor you in the long run. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you. Thanks for this opportunity to speak on this.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You see, I was listening to you, and I keep getting this idea that, I know more open source developers from Lagos than I know from London. It's there for a reason. When I was looking for the open source, well, after my burnout and like suicide things and the stuff like that, because I was like, well, one day from a suicide, for those who doesn't know, and it sucks. That's why I started all this stuff, because I don't want people to go even near my experience. But the first thing I found on YouTube, and I was really looking, it was Open Source Africa. And I'm not yet sure what to create out of it. It's up to you, friends. But apparently, I might be wrong, but I have a feeling that Lagos, Nigeria is like the center of open source in Africa. Like really. I'm not sure what to do with it. Maybe you, at some point, you'll decide to start, having a coffee on Saturdays. Send us pictures. Maybe you will decide to go to a college and give a talk to students. That some of you have done boot camps. So you can talk about boot camps and open source. You can talk about anything. Maybe you will find, maybe there already exists a meetup in Lagos. Ideally, it should be recorded. Maybe you could go and give a talk there. That's not something I can do, and I would really love to do it. To me, it sounds like Lagos is a golden mine for developers. If I wanted to hire a quality developer, I would go to Lagos. Like really. Because time and time again, it's Central Africa, and time again, it's mostly Nigeria. I have some friends from Kenya, and there were some people from Gambia, but life is harder there, if I'm not wrong. Well, generally speaking, so slightly different story. But especially Lagos, Nigeria, friends, you need to do something about it. Like really, check local meetups, make a talk there. Like, or just come there and share with us how it goes, because the opportunities in Africa, they're amazing. And I think the world will be a very different place in terms of technology in Africa in like 20 years. Not all Africa, it's a huge continent, but let's say Nigeria. So that's why I'm pushing for the remote jobs from Nigeria and not relocation, because I don't like people relocating for money. I prefer people to earn good money where they are, and if they want to relocate and see the world, let it be the way. But I don't want to be, the good jobs are only available in Germany. We create artificial limits, so jobs are not available in Nigeria. No, I hate these limits. That really hurts. So yeah, so thank you for thank you for sharing the freelancer. The audio quality was not the best, but to be honest, if you want, when you're ready or when you're not, it would be nice if you could give a talk on anything to London Java community as well to start with, and then you can take this talk and make the same talk in Nigeria. And obviously, there's also Open Source Africa, and they are also, I think it's a conference. I'm not sure because there were some changes, but I definitely seen a conference. Open Source Africa, and yeah. So, for example, you could probably, well, there are so many things. When you see a conference happening in your city or around, they always need volunteers, people working for free to organize. So, yeah, Open Source Africa exists, and yeah,
I wanted to raise something.
they're amazing.
Actually,
so
where I am
check them out
is Uganda currently
as well.
and we
So,
have,
and they are, by the way, they're in Lagos.
yeah, and we have an Oscar community.
Yes.
Community.
Yeah,
I wanted to raise, so we have one. Actually, where I always come in Uganda, current project, and we have
Uganda. That's good.
yeah, and we have things like that. Oscar usually it's been college students community. Where we are right now, a few people get the advantage to learn more
Oh my
about
God,
coding,
this is
let's
so
say
cool.
soft codes, things like that. So most of them go to college students get there because where we are right now, where we are right now, if you people get the advantage, yeah, it's been more about college students say coming up together with a bunch of skills. So most of them go to they try to make it work. But we hope that in the due time would like to have been more, yeah, it's been more of college students make coming up together with a bunch of open source community while you try to make it work. People from we hope that in the due time would like to have become and it will really make much meaning the open source community while you're
Yeah.
contributing people from
Yeah.
diverse
So
fields.
let's we could create one thing. We could like you could create it. Yeah, you will own it. I cannot own the Pride of Africa, so it's your call. So all friends in the call, you can tweet about it. But what if one day a week, let's say Saturday, our friends from Central Africa, because now we have Kenya, Uganda, and Nigeria, and there will be more. So what if you meet every week and you talk about your program, like how the work market changes in terms of positions using open source and stuff? So some of you are DevOps, so you can they can say that, oh, there are these positions in Uganda available and they're using these technologies and I'm doing such and such. And somebody will say that, oh, I'm actually doing a Golang and I found this staff engineer position, so I'm contributing to this project, such and such. So like a coffee chat between you people, between you friends. Sorry, not like what people. Sorry for that. So just an idea. Maybe if you met like once a week, smart people from all over Africa and beyond, accept everybody, but to be honest, like, but just by looking at the volume of smart people from Africa, it's like you'll be the most the most populous there. So why don't you create a space and you share those opportunities, the best opportunities there, and you use them as a staff, as like a focus for you, and then it won't be you going to them, you know, to the, let's say, canonical the Ubuntu creators. It won't be you going to them and asking, "Oh, can I interview you?" It will be you, a representative of an open source community of Uganda, or you find some name for yourself, or you can use existing one, and you'll be like, "Oh, I'm representing a community of, let's say, 2,000 people. Can I interview you guy? Can I interview your lady in Canonical or somebody?" And that will be a very different story. And now you are this pinpoint between a very good community in Africa and a very good company like Canonical, and it's you interviewing them. And that will be beautiful. So just think about it. I'm not like telling you what to do, but the biggest resource I see in Africa is that so many smart people are so hungry for knowledge. And in Europe, we don't have it, like really. So a lot of people, they're happy where they are. They don't want to study. Not all of us, but some of us, they're okay.
Nikita, I think you
I don't see same
you have
amount of
this dual
percentage,
mic
same
audio.
percentage here of hungry for
It's
knowledge
kind of
people.
just popped up. I don't know why. So
And
you kind of
that's
repeat
it.
yourself
So
twice. I don't
maybe
know why.
maybe my data is wrong. I
Are
don't know.
you using the YouTube on the voicing? You have this dual mic audio. It's kind of just popped up. I don't know why. So you kind of repeat yourself twice. I don't know why. Are you using the? Is your YouTube on the voicing?
I'm trying to combine audio from the app with so basically I'm using OBS to take the voice which comes from a Twitter space. So no, it doesn't repeat it. So I don't have an easy explanation right now, but let's say that combining Twitter Twitter spaces and YouTube stream, it's an alien technology. Maybe next time I will. Maybe next time I will just do a Twitter space with voice, and I will do YouTube separately without your voices, friends. It will be just my voice on YouTube. I will just repeat what you say because it will be easier for me to organize. I still haven't found a tool which would allow me to, to click a button and it will create me Twitter space and will create me YouTube and stuff. So next time it will be a stream with me speaking and comments, and it will be Twitter space with all of us. And that next time it will be better. It's just because it's simpler and that I don't want you to suffer from that stuff. Okay, and okay, so soon I will have to go, but let me share with you all something like a small present. So there's a thing called Night Cafe. It's an artificial. So as you'll be creating stuff, you'll see that you need like thumbnails and oh, sorry, that's that's my lamp went here. So there's, for example, so you'll need to create art for your stuff to stand out. Of course, you can go to Canva, and you should, but you'll see that Canva is using templates, and they're the same. So, and the other thing I don't like, for example, this one, it has a hands, but they have these hands, they're quite white, and it's maybe it's a male looking at the finger, so it's not very representative. And but what you can do here is there's this project called Night Cafe, and uh, it creates art for you. Okay, so if we go to creations, so we had this amazing example to do. Today we had, let's say we had Uganda, right? So I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. I will get better this time. So you can go to create button. You'll have some credits in before in advance, and you can get free every day. I'm not sure. So you can go and Uganda. Uh, what can we say? Uh, Positive thinking, open source. Okay. So now we choose like Epic, for example, and for images, create one credit. And now it might create something nice, might not, but it might create something nice. And now we have an art for Uganda. It's artificial intelligence, but now you can use it, as a background for a talk. It's really cool. And also there's another option, like that's the way I created my this picture, because initially I had some oh, you cannot see it, but it's on the YouTube, right? So basically it's called Night Cafe. AI Night Cafe, it generates pictures for you from birds, and can also transform your pictures into like some other pictures using artificial intelligence. And it's really cool. It's a really good artwork for whatever you're creating. It's really good. And it will help your stuff, because it's not enough to be good. You need to be visible, and you need to make it easy for people to see that you're good. Like we had a friend here sharing her project, but apparently people don't see it, and that's a huge problem. And if people don't see the good stuff you're creating, you will burn out because you're human. And my job is to make sure you don't burn out, and and you get a job. So that's my only job at the moment. I mean, the one I'm doing for free. Okay, any questions? Or because yeah, it's been 2 hours and not many people left. I think there's 80 jobs at the ages at place today. I will let me quickly check when is it happening. AD Jode. Okay, so AD Jode Twitter. So I think his place is today, and I think there's one more space today from my friends from India. Sorry, I think it's Agarwal. So AD will be running. So you just, if you want, you can check AD's YouTube. So today he will be, he has a space scheduled for 2 o'clock, running GitHub open source organizations. I'll tweet it right now. So let me see. Just check edge space, and there's also I think Agarwal space today. I think it's Agarwal. Let me check. Or Ashish. Let me. Sorry, I'm bad with names. I'll just quickly check my emails. And yeah, Akshay Kumar. Akshay. So he is doing. Oh, I will actually just tweet now. So I will retweet. I will take the last tweet and why is this one? One second. I need to find the proper tweet. And yeah, this one and quote tweet, two spaces. I'm just typing and it will be tweeted right now. To take a look today. AD. Okay, so AD space. For 2 o'clock UTC plus 0. So it will be running GitHub open source organizations. Amazing place. You can come and ask questions to Eddie. So like even at job search, you can you can check like running GitHub open source organizations. What do organizations need it at all? Especially for those friends who are asking about DevOps, especially for you, it will be useful. And if I manage to find Akshay's space, Akshay Kumar. So Akshay Kumar, they were running a space. I think they wanted to run a space today. 15 January, is it today? Yeah, it is today. It's 1:30 GMT, so half an hour, I think, before the before the AD. Akshay KTVT. Akshay KTVT. One second. I need to properly type his handle. And what will be the space? Let's see. The space will be all about cloud and DevOps. So we had a person on clouds and we had a lot of people on DevOps, and that's a very good thing because DevOps is a very good place to step in, and especially for you, friends, but for everybody else as well. 13 1:30 GMT. So plus 0, I think. Yeah, and now I've tweeted. So no, I almost tweeted. I didn't tweet the name right. So to look and join today. So and I need to do open source hashtag open and community. Actually DevOps. DevOps and cloud, actually, not open source, different. So I've just tweeted 2 spaces for you friends to come today. Very good spaces, high quality, like really recommend. Say hi to Akshay if I'm not there. I'll try to do, but I have some personal commitments, but I'll see what I can do. Okay. Let me see if anybody is left in the space. Well, some people are left. So yeah, friends, next week it will be 8 p.m. 8 p.m. UTC plus 0. And the week after that, it will be 8 a.m. as well. Because I'll be basically the idea is that we need to cover both sides of the globe. And also, I want to start connecting to the States, to the both Americas. So, friends from Nigeria have friends in Americas. And well, for example, states in Canada and Mexico, but most of the states in Canada, I would assume, they are there's a lot of businesses there, and they have money and they need brains and people who can do stuff. And well, you have brains, but you can do stuff. You're very smart and hungry for knowledge. So, well, let's find a way for you to meet. And so you might want to count to that 8 p.m. Although it will be late on Sunday, I understand, but for them it will be earlier. So we'll see. There won't be many people from States because we're just starting there. But the best time to start is yesterday. The second best time to start is now. So we'll do it. I think there's one request, and oh no, there's no request. It's a bug. So yeah, I can only wish, unless there's like anybody wants to speak some last words for today, just raise a hand. Otherwise, I will count to 10.
Hi guys,
It
can you guys
shows
hear
me
me?
that somebody has requested, but it doesn't. Oh, I can see Lucius Emmanuel. Sorry, my bad.
Hello.
So Lucius, all yours. Next time, raise
Hi
your hand
guys,
as well,
I can't
because I don't
hear
really see.
anybody, so
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
raise
gonna
quality.
leave and join
Thank you.
again. Hello.
It's all yours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
yours.
so I just want to contribute to what you said, and about
Alright,
I can't hear Lagos, Nigeria being like the center of open source. That's very true, and I also
no,
want to
we can hear you.
contribute
We can hear
to
you. Please speak.
to one thing because I know you like kind of like center, and I might be wrong because I joined a bit late. Open source around developers. So I just want to say that open source for people here that probably like project managers or maybe something else that it's not really related to computer science or something like that. So if you're a project manager, you can also still contribute to open source, right? Or maybe you're just like a student that study computer science, but you're not really planning to be a software engineer or something like that. We have things on GitHub that is not coding related. We have materials, we have mathematics, we have for example, if we have like open source for project manager, probably maybe how to be a better project manager, you can contribute to that if you have like resources or knowledge in that aspect. And there are really some people that just contribute in open source by correcting grammar, right? You can just correct errors in the resource, and basically you're basically contributing to open source. And I also want to mention, because I'm from Lagos as well, I have been working as software engineer for quite a while now. Actually work remotely for companies outside Nigeria, like in the US and India. So you talked about people relocating. I think I agree with that. As a software engineer relocate, you can because remote work is like pretty standard in a lot of companies right now. So you can definitely just work from where you are, unless you want to relocate like for a company or something like that. But you can definitely just travel and come back to your country. But if you want to relocate, that's fine. But me personally, I think I agree with what you said. You don't have to relocate. You can basically work for any company from anywhere. So yeah, and thank you for saying a lot of great things about Lagos, because I'm from Lagos as well. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to contribute to this. So thank you for accepting my request. Yeah, and that's all for saying a lot of great things about Lagos, because I'm from Lagos as well. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to contribute to this. So thank you for accepting my request, and that's all.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Very resonates with my thoughts, and please follow our friend Lucius. So he deserves more followers, like few thousands more. But I'm writing. I have an idea now, because remember I was speaking about Meetup. So we have a Lagos with a lot of people hungry for knowledge, and we have Uganda, and we have Kenya. Although I don't have many friends from there yet, but I have some. So, and we have hackathons, which are available all around the world. So what if we start like periodically start participating in hackathons? I mean, especially for people who don't have a job yet, hackathon is not, it's not like, you don't need to be a genius. And they're often beginner level entry. And to be honest, in most of them, they don't expect you to create a project. They expect you to create a nice presentation of your idea. And you can just come there and just learn, because they will be streaming, they will be teaching, there will be like prizes and stuff like that. So I thought, why don't we, maybe it's already there in Lagos, and maybe it's already there in Uganda and other nice places, but why don't we create a team of people who kind of know about hackathons, who are like, oh, let's get 4 teams and participate, let's have fun. We won't kill ourselves for winning there, but let's go there. And like, I've been on this there was this open source for hope or some, I don't remember. There was this hackathon in States, and I think we got 4th place there. It was about helping homeless people, and there were really nice talks from streams from Sneak and other cool companies. And that's I think you might really enjoy meeting really cool people in the hackathons. And I don't like the word hackathons because it's misleading. It has nothing to do with hackers. You can be beginner level at many of them. So I'm just posting right now. Friends from all over the world. Let's participate. Let's choose some. So it's a good hobby. Participate, and then at some time, well, it's a good hobby, and you don't need to be a developer to participate. Like really, we can make it another talk. I can actually like even bring a guest if you want. No, actually, like let's 2 weeks from now, let's make it about hackathons, and I'll bring a friend, Yasa from St. Petersburg, Russia. She's creating teams all over the world to participate and win in hackathons. So maybe not win, just participate, but her team's got like
Yeah, I was
4th
wondering if
places
fucking
periodically.
a trap is gay.
So yeah, I'm thinking about right now. I think there were 2 more people. I'll let
Fucking
them
a
talk,
trap,
and then
is that gay?
I'll go. CRDXDF, I saw your hand.
Yeah, I was wondering if fucking a trap is gay.
I think it's true.
Sorry?
Fucking a trap. I'm not trooning. Is that gay?
True.
Sorry, I don't really understand you. What do you mean?
I think it's true.
I'm not trooning.
True.
Okay, I'm afraid it's not a space to find who is gay or not. I wish our friend all the best in other spaces. But maybe if it was like unintentional, or maybe it was some joke I misunderstood. But yeah, you can leave it comments.
You mentioned
So there was another hand raised.
something the other time I didn't really get. You said
Putri
Devly. Is it Devly? You
loves
said a
DevOps,
company where you
the
can
medical
actually contribute
person.
and they give you an Apache contributor
Yeah,
certificate.
it's all yours.
Nikita, you mentioned
Spell it, please.
you mentioned something the other time I didn't really get. You said Devly. Is it Devly? You said a company where you can actually contribute and they give you an Apache contributor certificate.
Yeah, it's called DevLake.
Okay.
So let me just
Spell
do
it,
one
please.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dev, DEV, and Lake, like lake. What I will do now, I will retweet my own tweet and I will put your name there, okay? And
Okay.
so Huxman, it's Dev Lake Apache. So they are a part of Apache Incubator. So you might know that Apache has no money. It's just, but it's an entry point for like a lot of companies, like really cool companies, and they really need everybody. Their project is from so you can actually investigate their project. That's I'm just typing. That's the project you might really want to take a look at. So it's a platform building thing. So they construct platform for other stuff, and yeah, so you can join them, and as soon as you change one word, you don't even have to create a code. You can just write about it. They're very welcoming, and I know that they used to pay to Golang developers for some templates they created, like $400 for a template. I have no idea what the template is. Don't ask me, but it's a really nice bunch of friends from Hong Kong, India, States, And you can learn a lot there. You can
All right.
grow, and you'll get your certificate.
All right. All
I
right.
th
No
I,
problem.
th I think they
All right.
initially
Now, no problem.
posted it to
Then
me. I think I've
another
got a
thing,
box of
one more
them
question, please.
on the
When you
mail.
were saying
Yeah,
when
that
you were
will be
talking
a very
about
good
the
content for you.
LinkedIn search, because
That's very
I'm
good
not
place to
streaming
start.
this from
Like
YouTube.
very
I'm
good place
using
to
the
start.
Twitter space, so I'm not really
I
seeing your
wish I
screen.
could
I'm going
afford
to go
helping
back to
them
this
more.
video later to watch it. You
Okay.
mentioned something
That's
in
it.
my option. You said I should pick
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
should
sure.
go to LinkedIn, I should search DevOps. Then you mentioned that I should put Lagos, DevOps in Lagos. I think you mentioned that.
Yeah.
But for me now, I'm looking
Yeah,
at
that's it.
getting a remote job with international company. I don't think I actually would want to work with a Nigerian based company here, because I feel they are not, I feel okay, okay. But
Okay.
for me now, I'm looking at getting a remote job with international company. I
Yeah.
don't think I actually would want to work with a Nigerian based company here, because
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
they are not,
You misunderstood me.
okay,
I,
okay,
I'm suggesting putting Lagos there not to work for Lagos for Nigerian company. I mean, it's your choice, but it will show you which international companies are actually offering jobs in Lagos. So, for
oh,
example, Form 3 might not be offering. So, although it's an amazing company, Form 3 is not, and Canonical is, as I understand. I might be wrong. Still has to be checked with them. But then you might create content and
oh,
like develop yourself
okay, I
more
understand
in
that.
the ways of Canonical and less in the ways of Form 3. Both are international companies, but one gives you a job in Nigeria probably, and one probably doesn't. So that's what I
Okay,
meant.
okay, no problem. Thank you. Oh, okay, I understand that.
Because
All right.
and
So
that's exactly why I put remote tick there always, because I don't want people to be locked to a place. That sucks.
okay, no problem. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. Okay, now I
You got-
really need to go.
All right.
And yeah, thank you everybody. And yeah, sorry for this joke I misunderstood, but yeah, people have too much time. I wish
You got-
I wish I had that much time to go and ask uh, strange questions. Okay, so thank you very much, friends. And my stream is there. I think next time it will be only me speaking on the stream because it will make voice quality better and stuff. But we'll progress. We'll change it as it goes. And I think next Sunday and the Sunday after that, we'll be talking hackathons. And I think I'll try to bring Yasa at least on the Sunday in 2 weeks time. I'll bring Yasa because she's in St. Petersburg. It's a different time zone. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, and I wish you a very blessed Sunday, and that's it. And that's just let's live a life.